All right, let's do this. Oh, wrong. That one. Oh, I'm about to scare my neighbors.
Distance learning.
Hey, I'm not going to go too loud right now.
I heard you that time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching and listening and experiencing all of the goodness that is your favorite podcast. I know it's my favorite podcast because I listen to it over and over again. It's time for Distance Nerding.
Part of the Comic-Con radio podcast family.
He's the World's Fair Force.
He's young turn of the century Phil.
And he's Balder the Jahmez 5000. And we're here
to nerd
together. Nice. Nailed it for the 149th time. We're talking about anything pop culture, news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, Comic-Cons, whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about.
Of course, guys, you got to follow us on all the social medias, on all the places: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Threads, YouTube, Discord, all at Distance Nerding. And of course, if you want to send us an email and just tell us about how much you love everything that Jahmez 5000 says and does, you can email us at dist.
I'm looking very forward to the show tonight.
Oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Except for Philippe's got blowjobs or something happening in Vegas.
God, I wish. It's nerding at AOL.com. Well, here we are, guys.
Hey, let's do this thing.
Hell yeah. So let's jump right into it, guys, because we've got a big show planned this week. I just realized I don't have this on the screen yet, so let's go ahead and add this. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this week on deck, we've got the Geekend Update.
LA Comic-Con is ramping up. It's getting exciting.
Oh, yeah. Lights, camera, reaction.
Oh, Adrian, who's got trailers?
So good.
Yes. Of course, some starting rumors.
Is Deadpool a Swiftie?
Absolutely is. That's 100% confirmed that he's a Swiftie. The download.
Okay, fun fact here. France thinks The Rock is white.
If you smell loud.
I was waiting for you to. If you smell. Is that what
White Rock?
All right.
Oh, easy. Sticky buttons. What is happening over there?
I don't know. It's like stuck.
Thus the sticky buttons. all that shenanery happening in that hotel room there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently. I couldn't stop it. I'm like, what is happening right now? All right. And then, of course, we end the show with all of our favorite subject to talk about. It's the breakdown.
We're turning back the clock when we break down Loki Season 2, Episode 3.
That's low K. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there. You got that cadence down perfect, man. That was pretty good.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's fun.
exactly right.
L.A. Night. Yeah.
So, with that being said, before we get into everything else that's fun and great and good,
But first,
let me get a shout out.
But first, let me get a shout out. Shout out to Poddex. In fact, this episode is powered by Poddex. Poddex are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. If you're a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster or looking to do criminal activities in Las Vegas. Grow your audience, get more engagement, level up with Poddex, and check out poddex.com. Use code nerding10. Get 10% off those decks. Yay, yay.
Yeah.
And we also want to give a shout out to none other than Dubby. Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. There's no maltodextrins, sugar, fillers, artificial colors, or dyes, and it's keto friendly. Dubby contains Neurofactor, a nootropic derived from the coffee fruit. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while the 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. You can find out more at dubby.gg and utilize the code nerding10 for 10% off at your checkout. By the way, young man, that little voice acting thing you just tried there, A-okay. Thank you, Master.
All right, I'm with it.
Good stuff.
Very good stuff. Very.
I'd buy Viagra off you.
I would totally buy dick pills off of him.
Whoa, jeez.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's all right. It's okay. It's all right. My mom said it's okay.
Whoa, your mom did?
As long as she's cool with it. As long as you got mom's blessing. I mean,
okay, we got mom's blessing to talk about dick pills. It's great.
The sky's the limit, apparently.
We can edit this. It's not live. We can edit.
Well, it's not live at all. No, this is not on the internet for the remainder of all eternity of things. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Geeked
That's going to be a room complaint.
Probably is going to be one. They're like, oh, no, people fucking, that's fine. But this dude's screaming Geekend update.
Dick
Ladies
pills?
and gentlemen,
say
Distance
hi to your
Nerding
mother
is
for
on
me.
Comic-Con radio.
Listen to Distance Nerding and our second show, A Comic Conversation, via comiccon-radio.com.
Look for the Distance Nerding podcast, even this episode, and a comic conversation each week on comiccon-radio.com/podcasts. And someone put that in the chat.
Somebody put it in chat. Who's putting it in chat?
Don't worry about it.
Dude, LA Comic Con is coming up December 1st through the 3rd down at the LA Convention Center. I think it's just called that. It's not called Crypto Nothing.
It's not called like crazy shit, Asaurus or whatever it is.
Yeah, Bitcoin Asaurus Con Arena. No,
yeah, Bitcoin Arena.
Just Los Angeles Convention Center. That's what it is.
Well,
but
it's always been LA Convention Center. It's the thing across the street that's got weird names.
I'm getting so excited for LA Comic Con. So excited. So many people are going to be there.
Yeah,
it's going to be great.
And every week they have a new announcement for like a new another person that's going to be there, another guest that's going to be there. So for us, it's going to be fun as hell.
Yeah, right. And we're going to the Shire. Sean Astin and Elijah Wood will be there.
Nice.
It's going to be great.
Exactly.
It's going to be awesome. By the way, just a little getting things ready. LA Comic Con is December 1st through the 3rd. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. Shout out to Gem State Comic Con, which is happening next April in Boise. Just announced that Sean Astin will also be at Gem State Comic Con. So time to start booking those trips out to Boise. Let's go interview Rudy. Rudy.
Need to get Forrze to Idaho.
There you go. There's a direct flight somewhere.
I know.
Somewhere in there. I'm excited for it, man. It's going to be a fun ass time because just Sean Astin is a big get.
And he's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. And we're hoping to hook up with all of our friends like Raider Ray will be there hopefully. Eric Ruiz already said he's going to be there working with Night of the Chihuahuas, so that'll be great to see their booth and everything like that.
Chihuahuas.
Hooking up with all of our LA fam, it'll be great.
Right.
Super excited.
And of course, as usual, we're going to be down there with our buddies over at at all of a sudden brain fart Comic Con Radio.
Oh yeah, they're going to be there too. That's awesome. That's right.
Right. Like brain fart. We were just talking about them.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some trailers. We got a lot to do.
Yeah,
A lot to get through.
It's let's get into this because that guys, it's now time for lights, camera, reaction.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
All right, sir. Can we get an introduction for this first trailer?
Upstream Arcade and Good Shepherd Entertainment have released the launch trailer for the new Hellboy video game, Hellboy Web of Weird, Web of Weird, which is now available to buy, and the game looks really cool.
That's
it's
the thing
this.
is I was gonna say I've already watched the review on it, but I'll wait until after we watch the trailer to talk about like what they said on it. So
Yeah, it looks really cool, so I'm excited for this.
yeah. All right, let's watch this trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, volume.
So, what are we dealing with here?
Whoa, check out the cell shading.
Right, the cell shading looks
Yeah.
good. It looks very reminiscent of a Mike Mignola comic. Like it looks like a Mike Mignola comic.
But fully animated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
It's like
super cool.
even like with the way the cell shading looks, like if you look at it right there.
I know we're talking over the trailer, but do you recognize the voice?
No, I missed it.
It's Lance Reddick.
Oh, is that Lance Reddick?
Yeah.
Is he playing Hellboy or who's he playing?
Yeah, Hellboy.
Oh wow. I thought Destiny was his last performance. I didn't realize that he did this one.
So who's getting this?
I got a present for you.
Oh, that's Lance Reddick for sure.
It looks really cool.
It's not overly saturated, but it's still pretty intimidating.
Mhm.
Right. So
I think
I did get a chance to watch a review of the game
Mhm.
from IGN, and there's not a lot of good about it, which kind of sucks. It makes me sad about it. They said the one good thing is that it looks amazing, but the gameplay is really repetitive. There's not much substance in the storyline at all or anything like that. They said just it's not a very well executed game for as good as it looks.
Aw.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing though is that Graveyard's in the chat, and he said he's gonna get the game. So
Said
He'll
he
be-
wishes he was a friend of the show too.
yeah, and he'll be able to write it off. That's fine. He'll just get it.
Ooh,
let
sounds
him
like
write it.
that'll be a beard in the chair play.
Exactly. See, good segue. See, how
Yeah,
that-
I absolutely need to see that as a beard in the chair play.
So you saw the reviews, young Phil. How would you rate this?
Looking at the trailer alone, it would have like without knowing anything about the game, I would have rated this pretty high, right? I would have rated this like somewhere around like a 9.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing kind of like what the reviews and the fact that IGN highlighted the review on this game says a lot, because IGN doesn't always highlight reviews like when they do bad reviews, right? They really like put this on the front of their page saying this was a massive disappointment. I probably put this at a 6 at this point.
Six
Knowing
what?
6.
We do a rating thing. I don't know if you're new to the show and everything, but
6 shaved down horns out
Whoa.
of 10 comically big revolvers.
all right, okay, all right. Young Fours.
Well, I'm going to be a little more on the hopeful side. I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7 fire pillars out of 10 cut off horns.
There you go. Glass half full. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, the game's going to be available on PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series or Xbox One, and the Switch and PC. So it's like hitting every platform. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it looks cool. I love Hellboy, so I want to give this maybe a 7. 7 oddly large gloves or hands out of 10 cute little tails. Remember when he was a kid? He was a little kid. So
Yeah. He said gasp. Say Wong said gasp. I'm listening to IGN. Hey, IGN, they're usually pretty good about most games.
IGN's hit and miss, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah,
lately a lot of their article writers have been really just very one-sided on subjects, and I'm that turns me off a lot.
It kind of depends on who's reviewing the game.
Truth.
Mm-hmm.
cool. All right.
So we ready to jump into the next one?
Let's keep it moving.
Oh yeah. Okay. Just trying to give everybody the what's going on here. So, James.
Yeah. You want me to talk like this?
Oh my gosh.
You know what? Do the introduction in that voice the entire time.
Hey yo, Netflix has released a trailer for this Mick, what do you call this thing? It's a documentary. Featuring
A documentary, Rock.
Sly Stallone. He's a really good looking guy. That Sly Stallone guy, you know, he's a good actor, right? Yeah, anyway, documentary on site, Netflix. I'm in. I am in.
Oh God. Let's let's watch the trailer.
Oh wow.
Oh man. Or for some language.
Yeah. Which means it's gonna have a truckload of F-bombs in this movie.
It's just, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Is like it's gonna be nothing but F-bombs. Oh, what the fuck are you talking about, man? This fucking guy over here, you know?
What do you give it, Fail?
I'm definitely rocking this up to 9 guns with unlimited ammo out of 10 American shorts or American trunks.
James?
Living in America. I want to give this 10 because I find that this looks super interesting to me. I'm giving it 10. Yo, Adrian! Out of 10 living in Americas. There you go. Fourzze, what about you?
I am giving this 10 knockout punches.
See?
Out of 10 corner coaches he's gone through.
Oh God.
I'm seeing 3 of them out there, Mick. Hit the one in the middle.
You're a bum, Rock.
Yeah, bum rock. Yeah, I'm into it.
You know, all I want to hear one day is somebody do a "You're a bum, Rock." Wah, 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 wah. Don't forget, it's the same guy.
That's right. Burgess Meredith.
Burgess
Meredith.
Yep.
Shout out to Burgess Meredith.
Shout
Okay,
out.
let's keep it going.
All right, let's get this next trailer going here, guys. Are we ready for another Marvel's trailer?
Yes.
I feel like we've gotten a bunch, but I'm
Yeah.
into it. This one's
I-
interesting, though. This
Yeah.
one has a little bit interesting, so pay attention. I know we're going to talk over it, but at the end, pay attention.
Yeah, I'm excited for this movie. I know a lot of people aren't, but I am. So let's
Screw them.
Exactly.
We can't do this alone.
This was totally filmed in a theater.
It's filmed in a what?
It's just totally filmed in a theater. Like this is a trailer in front of a movie.
Oh,
Filmed with their phone.
oh, that's. I like, it's looking interesting. At least there's a lot of like baddies that they can.
I called a friend.
Huh?
I called a friend. Who did they call? No, who did they call?
Not Ghostbusters, because the Ghostbusters don't use a Bifrost, and that was a Bifrost.
Yes,
hitting
it
that
was.
ship.
They just call Thor?
I don't think it's Thor.
Maybe it's the mighty Thor.
Maybe it's Loki.
Maybe it's Valkyrie.
Oh, no, because Valkyrie's on Earth. But I guess she could use the Bifrost.
They were in space.
I guess she could use the Bifrost to get to them.
All right.
Ask you that's a good point. So let's talk about this. So Marvel's looks cool. At the very end, there's the Bifrost that hits the ship. Who can use a Bifrost right now?
Oh, you know what? Say Wong said, "What if it's Super Scroll?" That's actually valid.
What? Super Scroll. Oh, but it's a Bifrost.
Yeah, Valkyrie's a good one on that. Given that she's also the king of
Asgard.
of New Asgard.
Yes.
So I mean, like that could be a thing. Obviously Thor, obviously Loki.
Because
that-
I was all on board with Valkyrie, because this is a big, woman empowerment movie.
Right.
Yes.
But I know Thor can use the axe and use the Bifrost, right?
Right.
I don't know who else can use the Bifrost now that Heimdall is gone.
Heimdall. I mean, because the Heimdall. It's not that Heimdall was the only one that could run that, because remember when I forgot his name. The dude with the two M16s. They put him in Ragnarok, or not Ragnarok. They put him in.
The guy who
Carl-
played Bones in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Carl Urban.
Oh, well, Carl Urban's character. I'm forgetting his name right now.
I'll look it up. Keep going.
Yeah, but I mean, he had power to control the Bifrost when he was Scourge. When Scourge had he had the power to control the Bifrost.
Yeah, but it's because he has Heimdall's sword, so it's a matter of who has Heimdall's sword. Heimdall had a son.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
That's a good point. It could be that Heimdall's son took over after the events of Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm good now. I solved it.
When in Graveyard saying why not from Valhalla, and I mean, what if it's Hela?
Where's Frey? I just
Ooh.
made a theory, and Frey's not here. God
I know.
damn it. God
She's probably
damn it.
watching though.
Right.
I hope
We'll
so.
see. We'll
Okay.
see. Ratings, guys. Ratings.
I give this 9 Heimdall swords out of 10 Idris Alba looks, because he's
All
sexy
right.
man's.
There is a kid in listening to the show right now, screaming into his radio or computer or phone or whatever at the way you're pronouncing those names. All right, Forrest, go ahead.
Are they
All
from
right.
Norway? Jesus.
I am going to give this 8 bangles out of
Okay.
10 rogues stealing somebody's powers.
Oh man, I don't think that's happening in this movie, but I mean, it's gonna happen
Eventually.
eventually.
that could
And
be, like-
I think it's gonna be Carol Danvers that she pulls it from.
If she wants out, if they're gonna be like, all right, Bree, if you don't want to play this game anymore, you got out.
I think
that'd be dope.
yeah, I think that's how they bow her out.
Yeah.
Is she's gonna get absorbed.
Hold on, let me mute.
So so then my rating here, or hold on, Forrest, you gave it a rating, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. That's right. Okay, now I know what you said. I am gonna give this. Let's go with 9.
9 times.
9
9 times.
I'm gonna go with 9 super OP characters out of 10. I'm trying to make a
10 super OP characters with Drax arms.
I know, right? No, I'm trying to make a Miss Marvel joke, but it's like none of them are gonna work. So let's just go with out of 10. Who the fuck was that at the end of the trailer?
Yeah, who was that?
I know. Who came on the Bifrost? So somebody sent the Hulk through space again.
Okay, I'm just putting it out there. My bet is going to be Valkyrie with Hemdial's son behind it. Just saying.
Hemdial, yeah.
Hemdial. What of a sudden you're Norwegian?
Heimdall.
You're a Heimdall.
I literally say this at every call.
Choke your Heimdall.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
do.
don't want to do that. It sounds.
I bet you do. All right, let's get into the next trailer. The last trailer here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be here this Friday to terrify all of you Xbox Series X and PS5 players. It is the very long awaited Alan Wake 2. Really quick, Alan Wake 2, it marks Remedy Entertainment's first foray into the survival horror genre. There are ritualistic murders in a small town in here, a writer trapped in a nightmare, FBI agents looking for answers, 2 realities, and 2 heroes. One horror story written that wants them both dead. So this is going to be a major departure from the original Alan Wake for those who were looking for kind of just a part 2 to the same story. That ain't happening. So this game's gonna break some records and win some awards. Are we looking at Game of the Year? Probably not, because Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate 3. But it looks unbelievable so far, and it's got a lot of power behind it. I mean, this has been breaking NVIDIA ray tracing records. It's hyper realistic. So without any further delay, let's get a look at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do this.
Show me the money.
Oh, they're gonna get the money.
In the horror story,
Fuck.
only victims and monsters. And the trick is
So Epic is putting this out? Oh my
Yes.
god.
Look at that.
the genre.
Holy crap.
Ripped to pieces along the way.
That looks that looks
Yeah.
like video, not like an actual like a game
Right.
character.
I had to go back and watch this twice just to make sure this was not live.
That is straight. That's
I
an
know.
actual actor.
No, it's not. Look at this.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Is that
That's serious.
is that
Lance
Jake
Reddick?
Gyllenhaal? That looks like Jake Gyllenhaal.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
These pages, Mr. Wade.
The host looked like Lance Reddick.
He did kind of look like Lance Reddick for a second. See, that looks animated right there.
Yeah.
But like
I
there
understand.
are like scenes where he just looks straight up real.
The game is 100% rendered. It is CGI
Right.
every scene.
Right.
Where is he now?
This is intense.
Hmm.
So you do
Just
play an
like-
FBI agent and you play Alan Wake himself. And it's gone full survival horror. So
Yeah, I was gonna say this looks completely different from the first game. The first game was all
Creepy.
yeah.
So Graveyard and I will be playing this Friday on Beard in the Chair. Shameless plug,
Nice.
but this is we're playing this. I've already got the deluxe edition pre-ordered on Xbox. We're rocking this game this Friday.
Dude, that is gorgeous, man. Like it looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's an update on that. I don't know if you're gonna playing it because Grave in the chat said this looks too scary for me. So
Well,
might
then
be
he
playing
will
it.
be the beard in the chair, and I will be the beard playing the game.
He did say this
Yeah.
Friday he crapped his pants already. So it means he pre-crapped his pants.
James, give me a rating.
this looks scary. Looks exciting. I kind of just want to know the story. I wonder if this is a game where it's like put all the cutscenes together and check it out, and it's gonna make a good story. I give this an 8. Is that Jake Gyllenhaal's out of 10? I think that's Lance Reddick's.
That's actually pretty good.
Young Phil, what you got?
Okay, so I'm familiar with the first game. The first game was more of a crime game and stuff like that. But I mean, there was like a really weird, just kind of almost scary undertone to it, but it wasn't like a really like a scary game. And this this looks completely terrifying. And I think a lot of it is them just messing with the ray tracing and messing with the with how good that they can use that. That's definitely running. Okay, he said it's not Lance. It's definitely using Unreal 5 and just the use of Unreal Engine 5. Like that's just it's gorgeous, right? Like it's at times some of those scenes do not look like they're CG and it's all rendered. So as far as the trailer goes, as far as how much do I want to play this game at this point, this is definitely getting 10 weird visual mess ups. I don't know, there's like kind of like ghosting out of 10. I may have shit my pants already.
Well, I am going to give this one a preliminary 9.5 ray trace tests on PC out of 10 times 10 gigs of space your console is going to need to play this game. That's 100 gigs. So you're going to need minimum. And I mean, they're advertising right here. You will need a minimum of 85 gigs free just to load the base game.
Jeez.
So yeah, high hopes for Friday, high hopes for a really scary experience, and y'all come over and check out the game, watch us play it, and have a good time. And that's our trailers.
Yeah,
Awesome. That looks really good, actually. It makes me want to understand the story behind the game.
Well, James, I highly recommend you get all of your kids with some popcorn, put them at the TV, and just just tell them you're in for a really fun Friday night with Dad, watching some fun video games played by your friends.
Like, yeah, kids, you guys like Mario? Well, this is not Mario.
This is not that game.
Be afraid of the beards.
Ooh.
They're like, that man has a beard.
There has to be some kind of like fear the beard situation going on.
Yes. And I think Graveyard can make that happen.
So with that being said, let's get into the rest of the show, guys, because it is now time.
Oh, no, it's not.
No,
it's not time for rumors.
Oh,
I think fourzze wants to review, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. I see here. I missed this. Okay, so
we haven't had a review since Tears of the Kingdom when I had to eat 12 plates of crow.
Oh yeah. So hopefully it's not that bad for what you're gonna review now. Fourzze, it's time. What did we name this segment? I'm trying to remember.
Wasn't it like fourzze's 4A or something like that?
Something like that. Well, fourzze's Gaming Corner. Let's get into this some fourzze's Gaming Corner, because it's time for fourzze to give us his review.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this past week we saw the release of Super Mario Wonder, and many of you might be wondering how it did. So after a few days of playing the game, the family playing the game, the family right behind me playing the game, this game, it delivers. I mean, it straight delivers. It is exactly what you think it's going to be. It is the traditional classic Super Mario format, side-scrolling, punching the blocks, stomping on the Koopas, with a lot of added new fun animated twists. Mario has a brand new voice. It's not Charles Martinet anymore. You have
said that though. I said that the other day. That
yes, you did. Yes, you did. So this is the first appearance of Mario's new voice actor, and guess what? He delivers. It's great. You have a wide array of characters you can play, all of Super Mario's friends, and if you want to go for an easier mode, you can play one of the Yoshis or Nabbit. They don't take damage, but you can't power up either. Mario Wonder runs like you think a Mario game would run. You start off with a couple of easy levels. It gains difficulty as you progress through the worlds. It's maintained this recent Nintendo format of having things, extra items you can get in said world, so that those particular items will unlock gates later. For in this game, they are seeds. They're seeds, so you can collect between 1 and 3 seeds per level, and then it's a minimum of 1 just for finishing each level, and then later on you use the seeds to unlock your way into further levels. It's another Bowser formula. So you're going to the end. You're going to stop Bowser from wrecking this petal kingdom. It's a lot of fun. The flowers, love them or hate them, the flowers throughout the game wittingly talk to you and guide you through each level. And the game, more than anything, it's a solid entry. It's a faithful entry, and I'm very pleased with it. It's a good purchase. It's a good purchase for all ages, all difficulty. Will there be complaints by some of the more higher end, better players that it's going to be too easy? Well, yes, the game is going to be too easy for some, and maybe this will lead into a Mario Maker 3, maybe as soon as next year. We don't know. But this particular formula of Mario, I can definitely see sticking around for the foreseeable future. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommended. I would give this game, after playing it, a rock solid 9 mushrooms out of 10 Bowser crowns. Hands down.
Nice.
Love it. Oh man, these games make me want to go get a Nintendo. Just like James wants to go get a Nintendo, I want to get one. I'm holding out for the next console generation, just because I don't want to get one and then be like, oh, but I want to play this game, but it's only on the new generation. So
hold out.
Let's hold out until Black Friday, and then let's do it.
Just wait. Just wait for Super Switch or Switch 2 to drop next year. Just wait.
I'm into spending young Phil's money, so I say we wait till Black Friday.
Well, hey, look, quick, easy, early plug. If you guys are interested in distance learning playing this game, be sure to buy us a taco.
Buy us a taco.
Just putting that out there.
That's right. Good call right there. Yeah. Now, if you buy us a taco, ladies and gentlemen, that will make it to where I can play Nintendo games on stream.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
Good
Well,
stuff.
let's go ahead and move on, guys, because it is now time for us to start some rumors.
Yeah, I'm pre-dancing. Where's my song?
I don't know where to get it.
Deadpool 3 director Sean Levy was recently asked if rumors about Taylor Swift playing Dazzler in the film were true, and it was a question he wasn't really willing to answer. He responded with, I'm going across the board, no comment, because that's a double whammy. That's Taylor related and that's MCU related. I'm no dummy. You're going to have to wait and see. But
wow,
there's a new report from an industry insider saying that Taylor Swift will be in the film, but she will not be playing Dazzler. While Swift would fit in, as Dazzler, the rumor is Swift will be playing herself in the movie.
You know what's funny is, where this whole rumor came from, right?
No, educate me.
So a couple weeks ago, Taylor Swift was at a Chiefs game, right? I mean, she's been supporting Travis Kelce going to the Chiefs games, right? And Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, and Sean Levy were in her box, in her suite.
Whoa,
right?
yeah,
not that kind of box. They were in her suite. And so all of a sudden, rumors started going around saying, "Oh, well, why else would Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy and Hugh Jackman be in her suite, other than she's going to be in the movie?" And people started assuming Dazzler, because Dazzler's a character that sings in the comics. why would you not have a character that Taylor Swift play a character that sings? So all these rumors are just based on they saw her with, you know, basically the cast of Deadpool 3, and you know, people started assuming like, oh well, because she's a singer, you know, the only character that makes sense for her is Dazzler.
Right. And it was kind of before it was out that she was dating Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, oh my God, she's at the game with all these people. Oh, wait a second, she's dating Travis Kelce. So I don't know. I'm gonna say my tacos are on the table that she's in this movie as herself.
Yeah. That I agree with. My tacos are also on the table for this. I think she's going to be in the movie. I don't think she's going to be Dazzler because I don't think she can make a commitment to play a character that would possibly show up in the Marvel Universe again. Oh shit! Shout outs to Knights of Oa.
Yeah, shout out to Matt. What's up, Matt?
Yeah.
What up?
Wonder if he has the inside scoop. I think if they're gonna use Dazzler, Taylor Swift by and far would be like the best person to get. That being said,
no, I mean she's like one of the most famous people in the world, right? I mean, it would make sense if you have a character like Dazzler who is basically a pop star. You know, it makes sense to have if anybody Taylor Swift to play Dazzler. I don't think that she can make that kind of a commitment with
exactly
what she's got going on.
That's what it is. Like they can't use her in a future movie or like, you know, even try to write her in because it's like her schedule is her schedule. You know, so she's not going to be able to get, you know, break away from her Eras tour that's making a gazillion dollars. I think I was watching one of the games that she was at. It's like one of her concerts.
Don't call her a whore. Come on, bro.
One of her concerts.
Yikes.
She makes more money than like Travis Kelce makes in an entire year, and he's like the best tight end there is.
But think about how much of that's going back out and how much she personally actually sees.
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, so right now, right? We want to talk about the kind of money she's getting right now, right? She just put out a movie, right? For the Eras tour, right? She put that out herself
because she's got money.
No, so the whole thing was she filmed this movie. She had it edited herself. Everything was pre-done. She shopped it to a bunch of studios, and the studios were like, "Well, we'll do this only if you give us like it was some ridiculous amount of money, right?" And she was like, "Well, I don't want to give up that much of all this. I put a lot of money into it." And they were just like, "Well, no, we don't. If you're gonna do this, you have to do it our way." And she goes, "Well, no, fuck that. I'm doing it my way."
Yeah,
to AMC directly.
Taylor don't play that game because remember, Taylor lost all the rights to her earlier recordings,
right?
Because of stingy record labels. So she's like, "F that. We're not playing that game anymore. I'm Taylor Swift. Come on, Swiftie Army."
Yeah. So that's the whole thing is like, and then on top of that, broke a record for most pre-sales.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the Swifties don't play.
Yeah. We don't play. I mean,
Jackie's a Swiftie, and she's mentioned, Jackie started watching football because Taylor Swift is at the games.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. All she does
that works.
She's like slowly like trying to like learn like how football works. But for the most part, she wants to watch Chiefs games just to see Taylor Swift show up on screen.
Valid reason.
I kind of do the same thing, and I'm a Raider fan. But anyway, let's keep going. Tacos on the table. Did everybody put their tacos on the table?
Yeah, my tacos on the table, 100%.
I didn't put mine on the table.
My tacos are on the table that she's going to show up in the movie as Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have her come in as a cameo of herself, she's not obligated to ever come back to any movie or anything like that. She's just and especially in a Deadpool movie, it's like it could be a quick Deadpool jumping into our universe and just like all of a sudden being at a Taylor Swift concert and freaking out.
Yeah, and then her eye slightly glows, like, oh, there it is, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my tacos are on the table that we will see her, even if it's for a half second, in the film.
Yeah.
But my thoughts are more like the Power Rangers movie where you saw Tommy and Kimberly for like that 1 second and then it flashed away. So that's more of what I'm looking for in this film.
Gotcha. I'm on board with that.
Because
I'm
I
on
mean,
board.
because
All right.
any more time than that, they'll have to pay her more than what the film's going to bring in.
All you got to do is put Taylor in it, and it's gonna make millions.
And
Okay, let's keep
here's
going.
the
I got some gaming news.
Swifties will go watch this movie just because she's in it for 2 seconds.
I know.
Yeah.
Jackie will go watch Deadpool 3 just because she's in it for 5 seconds.
Yeah. I'm gonna start using that line like if I want to watch like Star Trek with the wife, and she'll be like, "Why am I gonna watch this?" I'm like, "Taylor Swift is in it," and then she's like, "Where's Taylor?"
She was the alien with the mask on.
Good. Yeah, exactly. It's good. Okay, Mortal Kombat 1 already has quite a few DLC characters confirmed, which include playable fighters and cameo appearances, but it looks like we may have already learned of one more new leak. According to one of the voice actors who worked on both Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat 1, which still confuses me, plans to add the T-1000 to the game as the primary antagonist from Terminator 2 Judgment Day is coming. Are we okay with this? Is that weird that we're getting a Terminator in Mortal Kombat?
I don't have a problem with this because they already had a Terminator in Mortal Kombat. They had the T-800 with Arnold, and Arnold Schwarzenegger played the character.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. And the name of this DLC should be called "Have You Seen This Boy?"
Have you seen this boy? That scene I swear he will never live that down. He's always Robert Patrick is forever going to be that character.
Oh yeah, especially when they did it in Wayne's World. That was even funnier.
Oh god, so good. I mean, they've put that in so many movies. It's great.
We should get him on the build.
Yeah.
I wish. Oh my god. If anybody knows Robert Patrick, please send him our way. I would love to have Robert Patrick on the show.
And the whole thing is that he's coming back, I guess, to voice this character in the game. So okay,
awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
can see it. I can totally see it.
That's a good little homage. I like that.
Right.
So what do you guys think? Tacos on the table?
Oh, absolutely. My tacos are on the table.
Yeah.
That always does these kind of characters. They always do these kinds of cameo characters, especially like really brutal characters and stuff. So I 100% see this happening.
Interesting. Fourzze?
Yep. Absolutely. All tacos, all sauces, all lettuce and cheese, all on the table. But it's gonna happen.
I like it. I like it. All right, let's keep going. DC Studios news. This one's pretty interesting to me. So, DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn celebrated Wonder Woman Day. Shout out to Frey. Where are you, Frey, in the chat?
She's
Wonder
there.
Woman Day with a piece of cool artwork that was by DC Comics artist David Finch that he shared on Instagram. Among the comments from fans wondering what the future holds for Wonder Woman, Eiza Gonzalez from Baby Driver, from Bloodshot, from Ambulance made a comment. So she's an actress.
Yeah.
She said, "This image is the one." I'm like, ooh. So
And it's an intimidating image, I got to tell you.
It is. It's kind of weird because it's very Viking.
Yeah.
For a Wonder Woman thing, given that Wonder Woman is a Greek goddess, but I mean it's a pretty cool concept thing.
Interesting. I don't know. I was looking at her, like I was looking at pictures of her. I'm like, I think we're gonna get a young Wonder Woman.
I do believe, because if you look at the way that that Eiza Gonzalez looks, she looks like she could be a young Gal Gadot. Not that Gal Gadot looks old in any way, like because Gal Gadot still looks like, you know, she still looks young, but I mean like
I definitely called Gal Gadot old. So.
I had to go back and just like reiterate that I'm not saying Gal Gadot looks old, But I think that what they're doing, especially because they're trying to go, I mean, like Eiza Gonzalez looks like she could be Gal Gadot, but a couple years younger.
Yeah. So really, you're
And I
saying
think-
Gal Gadot.
I also think what they would do in this case is, given how young Eiza Gonzalez is, you bring her in as Wonder Woman, and you have somebody who can play the character a lot longer.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a good pickup. Yes. Like a new like maybe it's an homage version to the Gal Gadot version, but it's just a younger actress. I'm not calling Gal Gadot old, but just like a younger, like late teen, young 20-ish version.
Yeah, it's just keep in mind Gal Gadot's been playing Wonder Woman for over 10 years at this point, you know, so it's just kind of like it makes sense to get an actress that is a little younger because, you know, basically through the years in the franchise, you're going to be able to run her into the ground a little more.
I'm putting my tacos on the table.
Same.
My Amazonian tacos. What would an Amazonian taco look like?
All meat.
Yes. I'm down with that.
I'm not going to answer that question.
I'm down with that. So tacos on the table. What's her name? Eiza Gonzalez?
Eiza.
That's an interesting name.
Eiza, yeah.
Cool. I'm into it. That was our last rumor.
Nice.
Well, if that's it for the rumors, guys, and that means it is now time for the section of the show that we like to call.
What are we going to call it?
Damn it. Okay.
For the download.
The download.
There's the Bifrost again.
Absolutely.
Is that Valkyrie right there?
If Valkyrie's wearing a backwards cap, then yes.
Is that what that is? It definitely could be. All right. The release of Marvel's Deadpool 3 has been delayed.
Sadly,
ripping that band-aid off. It's been removed from the May 4th, 2024 release date. And as of right now, no new date has been set by Marvel Studios or 20th Century Studios.
Yeah.
That sucks, man. We just reported like, hey, this is going to be here, but nope, not anymore.
It sucks, but it makes sense because it, you know, I mean, I kind of was expecting that they weren't gonna hit that release date because they're probably like, okay, we still have a lot of editing to do. There's still a lot of this to do.
The strike is still happening for the actors.
Exactly, because the strike's still happening. We still have scenes to do. We probably still have to do reshoots. So like, it makes sense that they're not going to hit that date.
Yeah, that's sad. So the news comes from Deadline, which says there's just too much to do in regards to reassembling the crew, etc., and they wouldn't be able to finish the film in time, even if the strike ended soon. So we're kind of just up against it.
Yeah,
I know, sucks. Okay, let's keep it going. Westworld creators Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy have been developing a series adaptation of the hit video game franchise Fallout for Amazon Studios on Prime Video. Do you guys play Fallout? Are you familiar with Fallout?
Yes, Fallout's actually a really good game. It's very actually similar to the game that we're playing. Well, we were playing a couple weeks ago. Starfield. Like Starfield is basically just Fallout in space.
So I guess it's set in like a future post-apocalyptic Los Angeles.
Yes.
But this is what's different. It'll tell an origin story based on the Fallout games, and the new story will be part of the canon of the games. And Jonathan Nolan is set to direct the first 3 episodes.
Interesting. That's kind of cool because it's like, okay, well, are you going to tell the story of like the nuclear war that kind of leads to Fallout and everything like that? Because if it's
maybe
story,
because I can tell you maybe because we have a synopsis, Fallout-opsis, not boy synopsis.
What? Okay,
come on, get there.
No, hold on, I'm going back to the page.
I can do it.
All right, I got this. Also, I need to set this up. I'm not queued up. Okay. It's time. Synopsis, Fallout-opsis, not boy synopsis.
The world of Fallout is one where the future envisioned by Americans in the late 1940s explodes upon itself through a nuclear war in 2077. That's like a century apart. In Fallout, the harshness of the wasteland is set against the previous generation's utopian idea of a better world through nuclear energy. It is a serious in tone, yet sprinkled with moments of ironic humor and B-movie nuclear fantasies.
So this sounds like a movie that is right up Graveyard's alley.
That's good. So Amazon Studios and Prime Video. I don't know why that they do that separately. Amazon Studios and Prime Video have announced that the series is set to premiere April 12th, 2024.
I'm interested in this. I'm interested in watching it, especially if it's something. This is what I want out of a TV show. I would prefer something that is like it lives in the canon of the video games, but is not a direct adaptation of the video game. Like this is what I want. You know what I mean? Like I want something that gives me more world building within the game itself,
expanding the universe. Yeah,
right. You know, it's that's what we thought Halo was going to be. You know, like we thought Halo was going to be like this whole origin of Master Chief, which it was, but they also changed a whole crap ton of the canon and specifically said that they didn't follow the canon. So I was like, okay, if you're doing that, this
like, what are we doing
off of the show?
Mm-hmm.
You know, so this is what if they go the route of, okay, here is the origin of Fallout. They work with the writers of the game to get, or at least they get the Bible from Fallout. Because remember, Fallout's got multiple games. So at least you get like the Bible from Fallout and you follow that. And it follows the world. You're not like rewriting events that happen in the world. Because that's what they did with Halos. They rewrote things that happened in the in that particular universe. And it's like, we didn't need this.
Gotcha. All right, let's keep it going because Netflix is all elite.
Oh, yeah. L.A. Night. Yeah.
How long has this been in the can? So the American Nightmare and the Best Bout Machine share the Eden Wrestling Federation locker room. Both Cody Rhodes and Kenny Omega make vocal appearances as themselves in the new Netflix series Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix.
Oh God, I saw this on the other day when I was scrolling through Netflix. Okay, this makes me want to watch it 1,000 times more now.
Right? That name though, Captain Laserhawk.
That's what brought me in, was the whole Captain Laserhawk and all that. Like I was like, huh, this is interesting. The name alone made me interested in it. Now knowing that Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes are in this, like, okay, more reason for me to want to watch this.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Don't get attached to Cody Rhodes. The animated adventure is inspired by the video game Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Really?
Yeah, Far Cry? I know, right?
This is based on what?
Yeah, it is.
My mind is being blown in multiple places right now.
See, that means, young Phil, that the week before this begins, you're going to have to play Blood Dragon on the Distance Nerding gaming stream.
Synergy. We need synergy. It looks pretty interesting. Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix, is now streaming on Netflix.
Yeah. Okay. I need to go watch this. I didn't realize that this was part of Fallout. Not Fallout. This is part of Far Cry. I mean, I love the Far Cry series. It's great.
So cool.
Except 6. That one sucks.
I like 6. I have no problem with Fallout 6 or Far Cry 6. I liked it. I liked it. I think it might also be because I have a lot of relatable attachment to that as well.
I don't know anything about the game, but it looked very from the clips I saw, it looked very like Suicide Squad-ish. If that helps anything. No?
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay. All right, let's keep it going. This one is so interesting.
You've been waiting on this one.
The Grieven Museum in France recently unveiled a wax figure of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
If you smell what The Rock is
and they did not smell what The Rock was cooking because it was met with a lot of criticism because
he's white.
They made the wax statue white.
And he looks like a poorly rendered video game character.
He looks like a poorly rendered Freddie Prinze Jr.
I mean, look at him. Like, he looks
Freddie
like
Prinze?
somebody you'd see in a cutscene on PS3.
Oh my
He
goodness.
looks like Freddie Prinze Jr. with tattoos.
Oh,
and like Buffer.
I don't know who did this, but it was
They did not smell what The Rock was cooking that day.
They're just like, oh, we ran out of pigment, so we just made him white.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
we don't
funny.
we don't have
So,
melanin here, so you know.
It's a cloudy day in
It's
France.
a cloudy day. It's a cloudy day in Samoa, is what it is.
Exactly. So Johnson also commented saying, I'm going to have my team reach out to our friends at the Grieving Museum in Paris so we can work at
What are you gonna do, Dwayne? Like, you're just like, hey, I'm gonna reach out, like, hey, you guys need to make me a little darker.
Yeah. So he said we can work on updating my wax figure here with some important details and improvements, starting with my skin color. Oh my god. He flat out said it. And next time I'm in Paris, I'll stop in and have a drink with myself. So at least he's having fun with it.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, he does have a good sense of humor, so it's kind of like it's funny his reaction to it. But I'm just like Dwayne, I had my people reach out. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna paint him?
They're gonna spray tan. He's gonna give him a spray tan.
Now you're gonna have paint strokes on your face, bro.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Who has a good French accent?
No, it's the Dwayne The Rock Johnson. No, he's not white. He's how do you say? Big man. I can't do a French.
We do not like the wrestling.
We do not like the wrestling.
I almost said "Como se dice," but that
no, that's Spanish, jackass.
Okay. Grievin Museum has also responded saying Dwayne Johnson is right, and we noticed it, and will obviously remedy it as quickly as possible and send him new photos once completed.
They needed him to say something so they could notice it.
So they're like, we noticed it, but we still put him out there as a white guy.
Yeah, it didn't stop us.
Wouldn't be mad, you know. They're just like, yeah, no, he's not gonna be mad. We made him white, you know. It's better. Like, no,
perhaps if we make him white, we will not have to pay for his likeness.
Yeah, right. We are waiting for him when he will come to Paris and the Grievin Wax Museum to celebrate with a cup of champagne.
Oh my God! The Grievin Wax Museum is about to become the Grievance Wax Museum.
Oh, I love it.
This is ridiculous.
Darren in
right?
the chat said, "Why is The Rock so pale?"
This sounds so ridiculous, but what if this was like the weirdest social media marketing gimmick? Like, let's screw this up on purpose, get a ton of publicity,
yeah,
and then we'll fix it, and
Yeah.
have The Rock come check it out.
Oh, it's
Right?
already a meme, hands down.
Yeah, right.
This is how you get The
So
Rock
crazy.
out and take a look at like a poorly done.
Wow, dude.
This
All
is-
right, moving ahead.
Yep. All right, next, Netflix Geeked Week might be a relatively new event for Netflix, first arriving in 2021, but has quickly become a major method in which the streaming service reveals some of its future projects. Netflix revealed which anime projects, animated or otherwise, will arrive at the online extravaganza. Kind of interesting. So they put out a poster for Geeked Week, and the current roster of live action adaptations include Avatar: The Last Airbender, Yu Yu Hakusho, One Piece, Sweet Home, and then original anime series Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, of course.
for that.
Tomb Raiders: The Legend of Lara Croft.
Okay, I'm interested in this.
Blue Eye Samurai, which they've already released trailers for.
Right, that actually looks good.
Ultraman Rising.
All right, so Dave's ready to watch that. I know that for a fact.
Exactly.
Dave is a massive Ultraman fan, so I mean, we'll be hearing if it's bad, we'll be hearing it.
Mm-hmm. Devil May Cry, and then Masters of the Universe Revolution.
I didn't know they were doing a Devil May Cry anime. I love their video game adaptations. Their adaptations are always good. So, they may not do good animated movie or animated to show adaptations, say for One Piece, because everybody says it's good.
It is.
Yeah, but their video game adaptations, when they adapt a video game into an anime, all of them have been good so far. So I'm excited to see what they do with Devil May Cry.
Cool, very cool. Yeah, that's a ton of content, and I like this. They also so they're going to talk about like the Umbrella Academy and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm down with this. So Geeked Week starts November 6th and runs through November 12th.
All right. I'm excited for that. Missed opportunity is guys, Geeked Week.
Yeah. There you go. But all right, keep it going.
All right.
This is going to get everybody to get those vacation dollars going.
Disney just wants you to give them all of your money because hey, you know what? We put out a hotel that cost $5,000 a day that failed. How do we fix this?
Hotel Motel Pixar is in. Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel will officially reopen as the Pixar Place Hotel. That's how
that's smart. That actually is really smart.
This is how they fix it. So the hotel renovation is viewed as a key part of the larger Disney Forward expansion, as Deadline noted that the company's 30-year expansion plan is situated adjacent to the hotel. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with how Disneyland sits on the land next to the parking lots, and like there's really just no room. So they're really revitalizing what they have and expanding on what they have now.
Didn't they buy a parking garage down a couple blocks down, and they're going to be repurposing one of the parking lots?
Yeah,
for, like, new stuff.
Yeah, and shuttling people in
right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes, they are going to do it. There's elements from Pixar incorporated with existing Disney hotels and experiences, of course, but the Pixar Place Hotel is the first time the company is giving Pixar its own dedicated space. And you think about Disney California Adventure, it's pretty much Pixar land now.
Yeah.
So, Pixar Pier and that whole area, San Francisco. I mean, they're just kind of playing off that, and it's like, hey, Pixar's here to stay, so that's awesome. So,
well, I think they realized when they put Cars Land in there, it was like, okay, this is really doing really well, and then they started changing Paradise Pier to Pixar Pier, and they I think they noticed how much the park started getting more and more attention because of all the Pixar themed things. Plus, you can still make it like a California thing because Pixar's in Emeryville, so it's not like you're going outside of California.
Yeah. And if you think about it too, like, us that have grown up with Disneyland or Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, that's us. But like these newer generations, the last 20 years, have grown up on Pixar.
Yeah.
So giving them a land, giving them a hotel would, kind of solidify that, like, hey, I want to immerse myself in my childhood or my childhood experiences, just like what they did with Disneyland, but they're just doing it with Pixar now. So
right.
I do have a Pixar Opsis. You got a friend in me synopsis place. Opsis synopsis hotel Opsis.
James really took to heart when I said that he was not creative anymore, and I love it.
You were very rude
all right
to me.
Pixar Opsis, you got a friend in me. Synopsis, place Opsis, synopsis, hotel Opsis. Synopsis. You did, however, put a lot of Opsis synopsises in there that didn't need to be there, but it's okay. We're good. Progress is progress.
Opsis synopsis your face. Pixar Place Hotel will evoke the inspiration and humor that goes into every Pixar film while celebrating the artistic process. According to Disney, showcasing early sketches to finished designs, the art and decor will highlight vibrant Pixar stories, revealing some never before seen artwork.
That mean, that
I
makes
like
me
that.
even more interested. I was already interested in this, but the fact that we're gonna get behind the scenes articles that nobody's ever seen, it's even more reason to like want to go check this out.
Right, and I'm down. I'm down.
Right.
Disney's first fully Pixar themed hotel in the United States will open on January 24th, 2024.
Is it down? Like, are they not? Do they not have people in the hotel right now?
Yeah,
Or-
they've been revitalizing. You got to remember, there's like 3 hotels right there,
Right.
so they just shut one down and then go from there.
Yeah, I did not realize that they shut the hotel down. And I mean, it makes sense if they're renovating the whole thing.
All right, I got some gaming news for you.
Ooh, can I take this one?
Heck yeah!
All right. So, new Xbox Showcase event announced for this week. Xbox has announced that its next Showcase event highlighting future games coming to Xbox and PC platforms will be taking place in just a few short days. Over the course of this year, Xbox has started to have more digital broadcasts that share new announcements associated with upcoming titles. Now, this trend is set to continue once again with the Xbox Partner Preview, which will take place on October 25th, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wow.
Lasting roughly 20 minutes in total, the Xbox Partner Preview is going to focus on games that come from third-party developers and publishers. So this means that Xbox Game Studios won't be unveiling anything about its forthcoming exclusives that will launch in 2024 and beyond. Instead, this event has been confirmed to center around games that include Alan Wake 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Dragons of Hinterberg, Ark Survival Ascended, and a handful of others. Additionally, Xbox has said that it will have more to say about future projects landing on Xbox Game Pass as well. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where Xbox has its ability to shine. Because while PlayStation and PC can brag all day about its ray tracing and graphics capable abilities, Xbox can certainly back right up and say, well, you know, you guys can go and buy these games for $70 a pop or play them on day one on Game Pass, which has been a repeat pattern, not just for this year, but moving into 24. There are so many AAA titles, including Xbox exclusives, that will be day one ready to play on Game Pass. And this is great for Xbox players.
Well, Game Pass is on PC now, so I mean, like you get that as well, and that's also
limited titles on PC.
But I mean, like there are like any titles that are on there now. Here's the big thing, right? We just got a confirmation of a purchase for Activision, so Microsoft now owns Activision.
Yes, it does.
This is based on what they're saying right here. I don't think that they're going to showcase a lot of Activision games and things that they're doing with that, but I think they are going to do some like light announcements, or maybe at the end that's going to be there. Oh wait, we have one more thing kind of stuff. Because if they're going to be talking about what projects are landing on Game Pass, you know, then that's a chance for them to say, and now here are the Activision games that are coming on that are coming to Game Pass. Like a big announcement would be day one, Call of Duty 3 is going to be on Game Pass.
Not to mention the fact that tomorrow is going to be a golden opportunity for Xbox to announce certain new AAA titles being on their console before anybody else has the ability to announce it. So we could be waiting for something to come out on PC, Xbox, or PS5, and Xbox may be the first ones to announce it tomorrow, but you guys are going to have to tune in and watch to find out.
Right. You know what's crazy is the other big thing that the CEO of Microsoft, like the Xbox division, he specifically said Spencer. I wanted to say Spencer, but I was like, I don't want to.
Phil. Yeah.
So
Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer said specifically because like I guess a lot of fans were like, or I guess Reddit and the rest of the internet were like up in arms about Microsoft buying Activision, right? And saying, oh, they're going to make Call of Duty an exclusive and everything like that. And Phil Spencer specifically said, one, we are not making Call of Duty a console exclusive because it is the largest game in the world. We get that. it's a missed opportunity if we make it just on our console when we can get it on everybody's consoles. We're actually looking to expand, right? So, you know, one of the biggest things that they actually pushed for and now are confirming is that it's coming to Nintendo. But the other big thing was they said straight up, we are getting rid of console exclusives when it comes to Call of Duty. So there's no longer going to be PlayStation exclusives, Xbox exclusives, exclusive maps, exclusive skins, things like that, where you know you can only get a skin or a map if you're on this thing right here, and they tend to be like fan favorite stuff.
Yep.
So they said, we are going to make it so that every console gets the same thing across the board.
Oh my God, can it be when you buy a game you get the whole game?
Right, because that's what Destiny did when Bungie bought the game back from not Activision. They bought it back from no, it was Activision. When they bought it back from Activision, right? Activision made console exclusives for everything in the game. And Bungie made a point of when they bought their game back that anything that was console exclusive for either console, they made sure that you got it for the other consoles.
It's going to be a good day tomorrow. I'm just gonna put it out there. Tomorrow is going to be a good day.
Yeah.
Young Phil, are you gonna get the poops? Like, oh, I got to do an install. Oh, got the poops. It's Xbox showcase event time.
Unfortunately not, but I'm probably going to be game streaming tomorrow. Anyway.
Had some bad buffet shrimp in Las Vegas.
Oh God, I don't know if you saw the post that I put up specifically for Graveyard in our group chat, but Call of Duty just released a Ash Williams character skin, and I was playing with him last night, and he like it's Bruce Campbell voicing the character, and he's running around with, you know, his boomstick, and he's got another gun called Groovy.
I was wondering what that Groovy was. So it's the name of his gun. Okay.
The name of his gun is called the Groovy. And then I also Skeletor came out last night, so I also picked up the Skeletor. Yeah.
Oh, I also picked up a Skeletor.
Yeah. So now I have Skeletor and Shredder as characters in Call of Duty.
Got it. Okay. You're gonna have to keep us posted about that. So it's tomorrow. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Time for a snack break.
Woo! Yeah. This is like even more for me because I'm hungry.
Just DoorDash it. You're in Vegas. You got to go to Zippy's. Are you gonna go to Zippy's? You have to go to Zippy's.
Tomorrow is going to be the day if I do anything.
Well, then tomorrow's the day. So KFC is bringing back its wrap for another go round, but this time the treat will have a little upgrade. The chicken chain is introducing a version stuffed full of macaroni and cheese.
Oh my God, I want that right now.
Do you really?
Yes.
Okay.
I would totally eat that.
So KFC officially unveiled the KFC mac and cheese wrap, a version of the meal that includes a chicken tender, mac and cheese, and extra cheese melted on top. Oh my goodness.
Put a little bit of barbecue sauce on the inside of that, and that's amazing.
Oh, look at you, tangy.
Okay. So this month we did the McDonald's thing with the sauces. So for November, our hangry segment is going to have to be KFC.
So two comments on that. Number one, Force is like, fuck my diet.
Yeah.
Number two, Saewong in the chat says that sounds fattening. Yes, it is. 100%.
Yes, it is absolutely. So
there's a reason we call it Who's Hangry is because we're a bunch of fat dudes trying to snack.
Because in order for Fourzze to be not the Wish version of Young Phil, gonna have to stop this stuff. But
maybe we'll call it like the cheat episode. Like we have one cheat episode a month.
Yes.
All right. The KFC wrap. They're a limited time while supplies last, but you're not running out of chicken and you're not running out of mac and cheese.
They're running out of wraps, if anything.
Yeah, you're running out of tortillas. Call Taco Bell. This year,
all the same company.
There you go. 3 varieties will be available: the mac and cheese wrap, the classic chicken wrap, and the spicy slaw chicken wrap.
Yep.
Hello.
The classic looks vomit inducing with all those pickles.
Oh, how dare you?
Okay,
It's
so then
so good.
I will volunteer to get the classic one, and I'll review that one.
Okay, and I'm definitely getting the mac and cheese one. That's
So I gotta eat the spicy one?
yeah.
Yes, you do.
Slaw.
My butt's gotta suffer the consequences.
Exactly. You get spicy butt. It's fine.
All right. KFC chief marketer Nick Chavez offered in a press release, our KFC wrap lineup offers more variety with 3 finger licking good flavors at the same incredible value of 2 for $5. 2 for $5.
Oh yeah.
We can get multiple. I like this.
I'm ready
Mark
for
your calendars for November 12th. It may be a good week to get hangry.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's a good week to get hangry.
I
Huh?
believe.
Mark that in the calendar because we're doing this.
So we need to make sure we've got both Shadu and Frey Girl on the show, so
Yeah.
that we've got a hangry segment.
There
Exactly.
you go. And 2 for $5. They can each have one. Perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect.
I'm so hungry now. I could go for a bucket of chicken. Like I could eat a bucket of chicken.
We
It's-
could all eat a bucket of chicken, James. Let's move on.
I thought I was special, but we're all special.
He's like, I
Okay.
can eat a whole bucket of chicken. Yeah, sure, whatever, dude. All right, guys. That is it for the news.
Good show.
That is it for the news. It is now time to break it on down.
Graphics department
Do, do,
coming
do, 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 do.
through.
hating on the
Loki.
department.
What?
I said, stop hating on the graphics department.
Loki season 2 finally introduced Victor Timely, a Kang variant first teased in the post-credit scene of the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Played once again by Jonathan Majors, Victor Timely is shaping up to be an important character inclusion, especially after the ending of Loki season 2, episode 3, going into the show's final 3 episodes. I forgot it was only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So we're halfway through this.
Yeah. That is the only thing that's kind of like, somewhat upsetting about it. But I mean, the story is good enough where I'm fine with 6 episodes at this point.
Yeah, you're right. So what were your
This-
thoughts going into this episode? Force.
Going in, I had no idea what to expect. I really didn't. I truthfully, every part of this episode took me by surprise. So I was very, very pleased. This was hands down the best episode of the series thus far. And my God, man, this episode was theory inducing. So many crazy and crazy theories came out of this one from all of us. So
Frey already said that my theory doesn't count.
Yep,
And
I agree.
I think it's just because she doesn't want to give me any points. But I
Yep,
mean, like,
I agree. No points for you.
I get no points because I said turn of the century, and she was like, yeah, but it's like 13 years, so no. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
James, what were your thoughts going into this one?
I was excited for this one. I knew we were going to get Victor Timely in this one, and I knew it was going to connect, what we saw in Ant-Man, and we're going to start picking up the story. But we're kind of jumping ahead, but I love how we got a little bit of a backstory on Miss Minutes. And I love how Victor Timely seems so different compared to the Kang that we've seen and some of the other Kangs that we saw.
I love that.
Now,
man.
Did either of you, when that scene started, when he appeared on stage, did either of you stop the episode, quickly go back to the end of Quantumania, watch that end sequence, and then come back to the episode?
No.
I totally did.
Ooh, what was that like?
It was like they probably filmed that movie and this season at the exact same time. Is how it seemed.
Interesting. But I thought it was kind of cool how, like, why did they go back to, what is it, 1863 or something like that, or 65, and then they go to 1893, and it made sense. I'm like, this is a contingency plan that He Who Remains has, whether it's his younger version of that character or of that variant, or it's a completely different variant, but he's got it all mapped out. Like this may not be the only version of Victor Timely or some kind of Kang alternate slash, I guess Plan B that He Who Remains has. This is just Ravonna did this one thing, but they could have done this before.
Yeah.
So this is kind of cool. It's kind of interesting, and the opening with old timey music of the Marvel intro
theme. Let's go. That was so cool.
I did really enjoy that. I thought it was a very smart kind of way into doing that, especially like introduce. I like when Marvel does something thematic with that opening. That kind of like teases what the episode's going to be about.
The attention to detail,
yeah,
absolutely, that they do with this show is amazing. But yeah, I dug this, and I loved how Victor Timely kind of explained how time works.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of interesting. I thought that was super cool. But yeah, there's so many like little Easter eggs in this, and how he's using the loom and everything. Oh, can I add one like note that wasn't in this, but kind of connects to the first season? Remember in the first season how they had that DB Hooper scene? I think it was the very first scene where Loki was DB Hooper jumping out of the plane, yada yada yada. DB Cooper never got caught, just went missing after robbing a bank, that sort of thing. I guess in the this World's Fair, there was like a serial killer because so many people came to Chicago for this, and there was like a hotel. I don't know what the hotel name was, but there was a serial killer that put it, hey, we got a hotel if you're going to be here for the World's Fair. And I guess he killed like 20 people.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, how are they going to connect this? So I'm not sure if they're done with this whole 1893 era, but remember the paper that they got? And it had a Miss Minutes, article in it.
Yeah.
There was an ad right below it about, World's Fair Hotel or something like that, So that was their little connection to hey, there's been 22 murders sort of thing. So
how about Miss Minutes being a complete, like, clingy girlfriend psychopath?
Traitor. She's a freaking traitor.
But I mean, like, she is a psycho girlfriend psychopath. Like, she's nuts.
Yeah, of course she's got to be. It's so good. Tara's strong. That's amazing.
I think when that scene played, it almost feels like a yin and yang to me, because you've got Loki and Sylvie, and then you've got Kang and Miss Minutes.
Right. Which is kind of like that might be the twist, because Kang and Ravonna in the comics are a thing.
Which is kind of what makes me feel like Miss Minutes is an AI brain upload of Kang the Conqueror. That's gone sentient.
It's a version of Kang. Oh,
like it's a variant of Kang who, at the end of his life, uploaded all of his knowledge, all of himself, his consciousness into AI. It's like Ultron Kane, but female on a cartoon clock. I don't know. It's a stupid theory, but it's something funny. It's something fun I came up with.
I'm gonna mention it at the end of the episode, but I have a theory on what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna agree and say, no, we think the same thing already, or I'm sure you guys have already talked about this. So I'm behind on my Saturday morning nerd out. By the way,
your theories
in general, like I'm probably like 2 episodes behind right now.
Well, I think they kind of alluded to it at the end, but I think there is something more with Miss Minutes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like there's something else that she's holding back, I think. And it's interesting how we haven't seen Miss Minutes and Obi together. I think once we get those two together, I think we're gonna get a lot of answers.
Yeah, I agree.
Out of what's happening, but Yeah, I kind of felt sorry for Miss Minutes. Like she loves this guy or thinks she loves him. She's an AI. You know, all she wants is his approval, so to speak. But yeah, it's kind of sad. Hey,
So y'all talk to me about something that out of our whole group of friends here, I was the only person to really blow this off and not really make it into a big deal. But everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's the biggest deal ever," and that is Balder. I saw the 3 statues. It's Thor, it's Balder next to him, and I'm like, where's Loki? What? And then they took they took like the 10 seconds, and they mentioned, oh yeah, that's Balder the Terrible or the Conqueror or something like
Balder
that.
the Brave.
I don't recall because I haven't watched old MCU in a long time. I don't remember there ever being a Balder.
There's not. They haven't mentioned Balder the Brave, and that's kind of yeah.
And I'm like, why did they make mention of this, and what point does this serve to the show? So I just blew it off from there. I didn't think any more about it. I just I just dismissed it. But then when I went on Nerd Out, everyone's like, Balder, 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 and I'm like, who cares? Who cares?
So the whole thing with Balder is in Norse mythology, the Thor that we have in the MCU in actual mythology is basically like the Thor we have in the MCU is a cross between Thor and Balder.
Okay.
Because Balder the Brave is the favored son that fights for not for Odin, for Valhalla, and he is he's the god of war. Where Thor is the god of thunder.
Gotcha.
So what does this mean to this series?
It's just a joke because I think there's a lot of people like a lot of people who are like big Norse mythology nerds that are like, how come we haven't seen Balder? How come Balder hasn't been mentioned? And I think that's really what they were doing.
I have a theory.
Go for it.
I have a theory that they are pruning Loki's, right? Because that's how this all started. You know, it was like a stray variant Loki that's causing all kinds of drama. I think in this, they've pruned a Loki, so it's not Odin, Thor, Loki. It's Odin, Thor, Balder. So
they're inadvertently rewriting history.
Yeah, and that's probably why Loki was like, Balder, why Balder? And then Mobius was just like, of course I know Balder the Brave. Come on, you know, like it was very like, hey, this is something common, guys. You should be aware who Balder is. It's not weird.
And Loki was like, I'll screw you over it.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's being pruned.
The thing is that Loki knows who his brother is, right? So I mean, like immediately Loki's just like, Balder. Nobody cares about Balder.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like the fact that he mentions him is like, I know who Balder is, right? Like he wouldn't just be like, you know, look over and like, why would you put Balder there if he didn't know who Balder was, right? So it's kind of like he knows who his brother is. I mean, again, with all the weirdness that's in there, I mean, technically Hela's his daughter, but I mean, like still, you know, he ended up being his sister, but still.
Yeah, I think that was a little nugget that will lead to something else in the future. And that future is they may be pruning Loki, and maybe in the end, because they keep hinting like Loki is always the problem. You may be trying to do the right thing now.
He's the anomaly. Of course, he's the problem.
Screwing it up. He may go back and prune himself, you know, and be like, how do I right this wrong that has screwed up everything? I'm the problem. I need to get out of this. He may decide to, like, you know.
Wasn't he supposed to do that, though? He was supposed to prune himself in the first place.
And he didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess it's confirmed that the Bifrost that appears in the Marvels is Balder.
It's Balder.
That would be dope, though. I mean, like if we got Balder the Brave, because you know that gives us a chance to introduce another character. I don't think he's made appearances in the
MCU.
Not in the MCU, but I mean in Thor's comics.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or it could just be the show writers screwing with everybody.
Now, the other thing is not just Balder, but you know, I mean, there's a whole bunch of rumors right now that we're probably going to be getting the other Thor, what's his name? Beta Ray Bill. right? So like there's rumors that we may be getting Beta Ray Bill, but they may be gender bending it.
We got a little Beta Ray, right? When
got-
they were on Sakaar.
In Ragnarok, yeah, there's a statue of Beta Ray Bill because he was one of the previous champions in the arena.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm interested. Like that whole Balder thing. I think there's something there. I mean, I'm kind of leaning to the point where like I want something to be there, but I don't know. Other Easter eggs did you catch? What is it? Loki's references Ant-Man's family history, or potentially Ant-Man's family history on that sign. So when they were at the World's Fair and they were looking at the sign where it says like Victor Timely's outstanding temporal marvels, the one above it was Ferdinand Lang.
Oh yeah,
German military band.
I
mean Lang. It's got to connect somehow to.
Yeah, sure. It's got to be somebody related to Scott.
Exactly. So and like the what does it say? Presenting the program of enormous attractions showcasing tonight, Ferdinand Lang. So it's a nice little like homage. Like, all right, that's kind of fun. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, because that's technically a giant Giant Man reference. That's pretty good.
I dig it. I think this may be my favorite episode so far.
Oh, absolutely. And again, you did it at the beginning of the episode, but when you did that delivery, because he did have a really weird kind of cadence to the way that he delivered those lines, but it was captivating. It's kind of anytime he's on screen, again, as much as it sucks that he's going through what he's going through and everything like that, if we lose him as Kang, like we're losing that performance.
Yeah.
It'd be Roiland all over again.
It would be Roiland all over again.
So what do you think is happening with Miss Minutes? So Miss Minutes is taking Ravonna and putting her through time to do these things. Why is she having Ravonna do it when Miss Minutes is the one that wants to be, partner is the bad word technically to say, but he wants to be Victor Timely's partner in all this.
I think with what just happened, Miss Minutes created an unbreakable loop, meaning regardless of what happens, as long as that package gets dropped on Timely as a child, history can always loop over and over and over again. And then later on in the future, when everybody's trying to figure out how to defeat Kang the Conqueror and what's the core point and who are they going to go after, they're not going to go after Miss Minutes. They're going to go after Renslayer, because once they find out Renslayer was the one who plopped that package on his floor, then she could just find another sucker to go and do it all over again. So what Miss Minutes has essentially done is created a perfect circle. History will it's just going to loop and loop and loop and loop and loop, no matter what Avenger. And this is going to be my thing until it's disproven. From now until the year 2027, when we get Kang Dynasty, fourzze is on a Kang the Conqueror kick. Okay. This is going to be this is going to go all the way to the end of Kang the Conqueror. The only way that he's going to be stopped is if this loop is broken, meaning his ability to play with time is going to have to be undone. It's going to have to be snipped, which is why all this pruning is happening, why all this timeline realignment is happening, because he knows damn good and well that Loki is a threat to his plan. This is all 100% about Kang the Conqueror and just how much damage he's going to do to the MCU.
It's so interesting. This is the weird, like, what's that one time paradox question? What if you go back in time and you kill Hitler as a baby? What happens if you go back in time and kill Kang as a baby? You know what I mean? Like, this is interesting.
Fun fact: Deadpool already went and did that.
But remember,
There you go.
remember in the TVA what they said in season 1, right? Because Loki challenged them with all of these questions about, people, about different players in the universe messing with time. Why weren't they stopped? Why are you stopping me? Because certain events, in order for time in and of itself to continue and not implode upon itself, there are certain events that absolutely must take place. So the Avengers screwing with time in Endgame had to happen in order for everybody to exist. That's why the TVA exists, so that they can ensure that certain parts of time exist. I believe, it is my opinion, that was Miss Minutes' role in this episode, was to plant that little bug right there, that little tidbit, that TVA handbook in Kang's hands, to make sure he becomes the Conqueror, to be sure he absolutely establishes dominance post Thanos. And I bet you anything it was all Kang's plan when he created Miss Minutes.
Interesting.
I think
Far-fetched, but
no,
time.
but it is interesting, man. I mean, like, it's not something that's out of the realm of like kind of the way that Kang thinks, right? I mean, like my one of the predictions that I was thinking of is not something that's completely off base, but like OB is going to be the new he's going to be the new
He Who Remains.
He Who Remains.
Oh, that could be. I even had a theory that I'm like, what if Obi, what if he's a variant of Kang? What if?
Yeah, like, I mean, that could be a possibility, just because the way that we've seen how variants work in the universe. I don't know. There is
also got a
aspect of it. Like there is the inventing aspect. Like OB does a lot of inventing, where we've seen, this version of Kang is like a major inventor.
This is a major stage setter for what is to come. 2025 is going to be crazy for the end of phase 6, but right now we're still setting the stage for phase 6. And I had another nutty theory to kind of more or less wrap things up. What else are we mentioning here?
I was going to say the only thing that comes to mind that throws a wrench in that theory of OB being a variant of Kang is his oral signature.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
that blows it out of the water. Though I did have another theory about Obi. Maybe Casey is a variant of Obi. You know how they like connected? Like, oh my god,
they have made a point of the two of them connecting on like a higher level, so that could be a thing.
Okay, let's tuck the other one out of the theory away. Let's put the Kang or put the Obi and Casey one out there. There you go.
So one last thing, I'm not sure if you guys, speaking of time, not sure if y'all noticed this, but episode 6 of Loki premieres one day before the premiere of the Marvels.
Oh, really?
And in the comic book, I don't know if they're going to maintain this, but I think this has significance, because I think at the end of Loki altogether, we will see another emergence of Kang the Conqueror with that name. Having that name, we will be past the timely stuff. Now we're dealing with Kang. Here's what's interesting about this happening one day before the Marvels movie. I think by the end of the Marvels movie, we will have Kamala Kang from the comic.
Oh, okay.
What?
Now, I was opposed with the whole Iron Lad theory, but I said, Kamala Kang and Iron Lad can exist at the same time.
Yes.
And they did.
That's the thing, is that I 100%, like, I think at some point, especially considering the amount of characters that are Young Avengers, I mean, you can't do Young Avengers without Iron Lad.
Nope.
And Iron Lad is a variant of Kang.
Oh, interesting.
So we'll see how it plays out.
You're blowing my mind, fourzze. Blowing my mind.
This is fascinating. This phase of Marvel is very, very fascinating. In the beginning, I was like, Kang who? But now that I've done some studying and looked up how ridiculous he is and what he does and what they're playing with in the MCU, I'm like, ooh, this is going to add up to some crazy shit.
But do you think they can pull this off without like taking the fair weather fans, and I don't mean in the bad way, just people that are like kind of casually watching? Is this going to be too much for them to deal with?
I think now that Thanos, the phase of Thanos, what was that, phase 4, phase 5?
Mm-hmm.
I think now that Thanos and that whole thing got people hooked, they will pay more attention, because Loki brings fans in. I mean, let's call that for what it is.
Yeah.
Marvel and Disney do a heck of a job casting for these roles. I mean, just in the past 4 years, look how much these TV shows have gotten away with traditional comic book designs. Costumes with very flamboyant, bright colors, and nobody's judging them.
Mm-hmm.
Recall in 1999 when everyone was talking about X-Men, and when X-Men was announced, they're like, oh, that yellow spandex will never work on screen. And now what do we got? We have bright colored costumes on screen, and people are eating it up.
Right. I mean,
dark leather days are done.
Yeah, because I mean, they were trying to do the whole like, oh, we can make them look badass, but it's like, no, we want the characters as they are.
This is why Logan is going to work well in Deadpool 3, minus the sleeves. He doesn't need the yellow sleeves. But that's just my opinion. But no, the classic, bright, flamboyant costumes are making and have made a comeback in comic to TV shows.
Right.
I agree.
So here we go.
All right, let's rate this. Are you guys ready to rate this?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fourzze, what do you think?
This episode, best one hands down. It is 10 cartoon clocks out of 10 Tesseracts. I will never let that go.
That's good. Young Fizzle?
The Tesseract in every single
rating.
Everything. I'm going to give this 10 telescopic pants.
Nice.
Out of
that was so good.
That was actually a pretty funny scene. Out of 10 oddly off-putting deliveries.
There you go. You know, speaking of those telescopic pants, do you like how he was talking to him and he like slowly started like creep down? Like, you look tall to me.
Yeah, notice that.
So good.
Oh, that is genius. It's a genius way to like mess with this guy.
It was so good. I will give this 10 child labor candles out of 10 TVA books.
Nice.
Why didn't the goat eat the book? They could have solved so many problems if that goat just ate the book. Anyways, I do this. Any predictions for the for episode 4, I guess?
Going into episode 4, considering where we left off, there's still part of the storyline that they need to kind of like resolve. But I believe that they're gonna move into another timeline to like fix everything.
Oh yeah, I can see that, because you know they have been noting that, like, hey, this is the sacred timeline. This is a branch timeline. This is that. So you're right. They probably are going to be doing something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I dig this. Any predictions?
I've got 2.
Oh,
one, Ravonna is finally going to choose a side and stick with it.
Good one.
And number 2, Sylvie is going to come clean with Loki and Mobius about everything she knows concerning Victor Timely, Ravonna, Miss Minutes, and Kang.
That's a good one.
Because she knows.
She's been like super jaded this entire time. Like you can definitely tell she's holding something back. Like there's a like heaviness to her that she's carrying with her. So
It's the fact that she's pissed off.
yeah.
She is like, if you've ever seen any other television show or movie that deals with time travel,
Mm-hmm.
she's aware of all the parts where it's like, if you just stop, there's like 10 events that can save us here, and you have failed to stop all 10 of these events. All you had to do was stop one, and this would have been fine. And that's where Sylvie's at. Sylvie's like, this missed opportunity. You are going to be conquered because you've blown it at every single turn, and I'm done with you effing people. That's how she is.
And I think part of it too is that she achieved her goal, right? She found Kang. She found the He Who Remains and killed him like she wanted to do. And it hasn't relieved any of that emotional turmoil that she's been carrying with her.
And so what's worse is that it stuck her in McDonald's.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty funny.
Can you imagine achieving your life's goal and the next day after that you're reporting into McDonald's?
She seems so happy that she's working at McDonald's though.
But think about it though, like get
80s
that big
McDonald's. Everybody's happy with the
get
80s.
that big breakfast every day. With that syrup. Oh, it's gonna be so
I'm
good.
never gonna not be fat.
I think we went over some of my predictions.
You're a beautiful man. Okay, get out of here.
I love you too, buddy. All right.
My prediction for this next episode is it's kind of the scene that we're showing here where Loki pops up in front of the Ski-Doo shop. I think we're gonna get a Mobius backstory still.
I hope so.
But my other prediction is that we got merch, people.
We got merch, people. that. Hold on. Let's do that again. We got merch, people.
I heard Young Phil's phone drop. He's like, "Oh, here we go." Something going on.
I'm trying to like write everything at the same time and get like everything ready so that way it's easier to upload later.
Oh, that's good. We got hat for $35
We've got
each, or 30 if you can find a variant hat, and we'll sell you both for $30. But we do got shirts. We got the Distance Nerding logo shirt in black. We got the character shirt. So we got variants. We got variants of shirts.
Variants of shirts, guys.
All you got to do is DM us at Distance Nerding. Let us know what size you want, how many you want. We'll ship it to you. If you want to show up in Sacramento or maybe show up in Las Vegas, we'll sell you some shirts for $20 or $25 if we got to ship it to you. Or you can get the Lucharillas Distance Nerdarilla shirt.
Yeah.
There he is. Then we need to name him. Can we name him?
Distance Nerdarilla.
Nerdarilla.
He's Nerdarilla.
That's what he is, but can he have a name like Gary or something? No.
Really?
I was waiting for you to say James.
No, I'm James. We can't be like young something. I don't know. We'll think of it. We'll workshop it.
It's
anyway.
His name is Young Jahmez.
Go to
night. Yeah.
Go to lucharillas.com. Get your Distance Nerdarilla Young Jahmez shirt. No.
Yeah.
And I forgot how much they are, but they also have bump boxes, which are super cool. I love my bump box.
It might be time to add hat to like a prize pool.
Maybe.
I think we should do that. Hey, you know what? I don't know what we're doing on Halloween, but the 150th Distance Nerding episode is coming up.
Yeah. So we're actually skipping Halloween, so we're not going to be doing an episode next week.
So y'all got 2 weeks. Y'all got 2 weeks to do a thing. Whatever we got to do is do the thing, right?
Because James has to take his kids trick or treating.
Heck yeah, I do. I need candy. I can't do it myself.
And my daughter's probably going to go trick or treat with her friends, even though she's way too damn old for it. But she's going to do it anyway.
You're gonna give her
go trick or treating, Dad.
no matter what she dresses up as. You're gonna be like, "Hey, take this lightsaber. Just be safe."
Like, child, you are the salt of the earth. Now go get candy.
There you go.
And get
Speaking of Halloween, that sounds like it's part of a schedule. And speaking of schedules, what do we got on Mondays?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got game streams on Mondays typically. Now we didn't do one yesterday because I was driving for work, and literally all day. I was driving from 8:15 in the morning to 9:50 at night. It was great. I definitely did not have time to game stream anything yesterday. But yeah, we typically do game streams on Monday mornings, ladies and gentlemen, on Twitch. Come and use the AI and make me say anything you want. It's a loaded gun.
My name is Phil, and I love Graveyard's beard.
I mean, you can literally make me say that.
My name is Young Phil, and my mom buys me Viagra.
My mom said it's okay for dick pills. Oh, God. So bad. Children, avert your ears. All right. So, of course, on Tuesdays, the show you're watching and listening to right now, the download goes from 6:30 to 8:30, which we're actually getting off on time tonight. And then on Thursdays, we do the build. Now, this week, we have Anthony Stokes on. Anthony Stokes is another indie comic creator. We're going to be talking with Anthony about his book and everything on there.
Awesome.
And again, you guys know we're completely in love with indie creators at this point. So we are going to have a whole bunch of fun with him. And hopefully get the seal of approval where he can say, yeah, no, that's the funniest show I've ever been on.
Hope so.
Yeah, that's what I always hope for.
All right. Pluggables? Do we have pluggables?
Just
do. Ladies and gentlemen, I am fourzze. You can find the work that I do, fourzze FX Saber Sound Designs on saberfont.com. If you get a lightsaber, a prop lightsaber from a place like, I don't know, kybercave.com, custom darkwolfsabers.com, or even Vader's Vault, or heck, maybe you'll pick one up at a con somewhere. Maybe you'll see Distance Learning at a con somewhere. You never know. Go to Saberfont, pick up a sound font from me or Juan Sith or Harry Solo fonts, respectively. Put it on your lightsaber and just enjoy it. You can find me over at Kyber Cave Productions on Friday when Graveyard and I are doing our show Beard in the Chair, Saturday morning for the Saturday Morning Nerd Out, and sometimes on Mondays for Retro Alcove. The rest of the time, you can catch me right here doing putting in my hours here on the download and sometimes the build. But regardless, I am just about everywhere at all times of the week. So until I see you next time here on Distance Nerding, may the fourzze be with you.
That.
For all time, you will be online.
Oh.
There we go.
Another one.
Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on, and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, the Distance Nerdington Post.
Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to help us out and so you just take care of us in some kind of way, or not even that, you just want to be cool, join the taco party, ladies and gentlemen. Go to distancelearning.com, head over to the top, you see it right there on the screen. Buy us a taco, hit that buy us a taco button, and you can support the show. You can help us continue to try and entertain you guys the best way that we can. Now, of course, if you want to connect with us at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans, only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and mandals in the beard, all at Distance Nerding. And of course, if you'd like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just want to tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would just consume us, send us an email at dist.
Great show tonight.
We did so well today. So on topic. I'm so proud of myself. I deserve a mac and cheese chicken wrap.
That's going to be a good episode, too, when we do that one.
I can't wait. Can I have a side bucket of chicken? Is that
Yes.
Yeah, if
Yes.
you want
Okay,
side bucket,
can I
that's
do
fine.
that?
I'll
Yeah.
do you one better.
Alright.
I'll not only consume the classic, I will get a tender, a wrap, and then do like a custom wrap with mashed potatoes and gravy in it.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, what? You have to do that?
Yeah, like James wants a bucket of chicken and a side of high cholesterol. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, sorry. No, wait. I didn't finish the bit. It's nerding at AOL.com. And we'll read it on air.
They did. They read one last week and it was beautiful.
I'm gonna put an entire bucket of chicken between 2 tortillas and call it a wrap. And
We're gonna call it a wrap, all right.
He is-
A wrap
yeah.
on your heart.
His heart is gone.
it'll be a wrap. But we'll do it on stream. So
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely.
Folks,
All
we
right.
hope you've enjoyed
James-
tonight's show, and
James-
we want to say thanks.
James has a heart attack for the lulz.
Thanks. And let's keep nerding.
Nerding together.
Nailed it. All right, ladies and
Nailed
gentlemen. It is now time for the dance party. Let's get this going.
Remember, everybody, 2 weeks. We are taking a break next week.
Distance nerding.
Get it? It's Kihu Kwan. It's Data.
Test the copper pot. Test the copper bottom.
Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones. Hadouken. Hadouken.
Ooh, animation. I like that. That's nice.
Okie dokie, Dr. Jones.
Okie dokie.
We'll see everybody on Thursday. No.